This is Shine Valentine, back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to tell black people, can you please stop using the N-word? You know, I don't want to harp on this subject for too long because it's a shame to me that I even have to make this statement. But it has gotten so bad that when I listen to videos by a black person, whether it's a male or a female, especially if it's a male, they use this word the most. They say the N-word in the video about 15 to 20 times. I mean, they said over and over and over and over. And they don't know how ignorant and disgusting they sound. And I don't know if it started with NWA or whoever started. Okay, the N-word obviously didn't come from NWA, but the N-word, and I'm talking about nigger, came from my understanding, slavery in America, and the whites were calling black people niggers, okay, which is N-I-G-G-A, N-I-G-G-E-R, nigger. So this is a derogatory word used against blacks to belittle them, make them feel like shit. So the word was continued to be used, and some kind of way black society, they were going to take the word back and pronounce it N-I-G-G-A, nigga, as a term of endearment. Oh my God. Is something wrong with black people? Like, I'm starting to think something's really wrong with us collectively, not as an individual, but collectively, because anything that's degenerate, that puts us down, that destroys our community, we attach ourselves to. So the reason why saying that word is beyond ridiculous is for two. I mean, it's multiple reasons, but one of the reasons is the word was used as a derogatory word against your race. So for that reason, you should not be using it to each other. Now, the second part of it is, do you see any race of people calling each other a derogatory word that was used against their race? Now, do you see them now using it to each other? I'm gonna give you a prime example. Some people have called whites, I think, crackers, hunkies, and white trash. So let's take the word hunky. Do you hear a white saying, "What's up, hunky? Hunky, how you doing? When we gonna hang out, hunky? I'm sick of all these damn hunkies. These hunkies make me sick. You ain't nothing but a stupid hunky. You ain't nothing but a stupid cracker. When we gonna hang out, cracker? All these crackers up in here. What? You see how stupid? Can you imagine hearing white people say that to each other? Can you imagine how stupid and just ignorant that would sound? So think about it. Wouldn't that be brilliant on another? Let's say Asians would say derogatory words towards whites. Let's say they call them white trash, hunkies, and crackers, right? Wouldn't it be brilliant on the Asians, on the Asian side, to basically encourage whites to call each other this word, to where they don't even have to call them that word anymore? So think about the white people back in the day, the slave masters and the whites who enslaved blacks, who would call blacks the N-word. Can you imagine how much fulfillment and how much of an orgasm they probably are feeling right now if they're watching the world, to know that now we're calling each other that word? They don't even have to call us the N-word anymore. We're calling each other the word now. And then blacks have the freaking nerve to get mad when a white person, Asian, or any other race of person calls a black person the N-word when we're calling each other the N-word. Like, that doesn't make any damn sense. Like with that Kendrick Lamar incident, when a white girl was on stage singing his lyrics but she couldn't say the N-word. It's like, okay, then don't put the word in your fucking music. So anyway, what has happened is so disgusting that now they have used the word to replace basic words. So instead of saying, "What's up, man?" they'll say, "What's up, my nigga?" Instead of saying, "Man, all these I'm sick of all these, stupid men. I'm sick of all these stupid niggas." Like, they have, now the word is replacing basic words. I don't understand how this has happened. It is disgusting to me, and it's to the point that it's hard for me to listen through some videos on YouTube, a lot of them that's by black males, and some of these black males, claim to be intelligent, claim to have sense, and they're using the word in during their video non-stop. And I literally, each time I hear the word, everybody, I have to block it out of my mind. So let's say I hear individuals say, man, you know, you niggas don't understand, you know, women want a guy who can provide, or you niggas don't understand, you know, just because you successful, women just not gonna pick you because of that. Let's just say that was the sentence that the dude said. I literally in my mind have to say the sentence over and say, you men don't understand, women are not just gonna want you because of X, Y, and Z. So that's how I deprogram myself, because understand, people, that the more you hear that word, especially coming from a black person, you start to think that is normal, and then you're gonna probably start saying that word. And if you're not currently saying that word, you probably are mentally purposely not saying it. Like, you're mentally saying that don't say that word, and you're mentally blocking out of your mind. Like, I have listened to music that said the N-word, and I'll sing it, and then I won't even repeat the N-word. I say, yeah, these blank, and I won't even say the word, because I don't want to make that a part of my regular vocabulary. You gotta understand, black people, listen to what I'm saying here. Listen, the fact that, can you imagine hearing whites calling each other crackers and hunkies and white trash? I've heard whites call each other white trash before, but that's meant to insult. So we all know that's an insult. So do you hear them replacing basic words with those words and calling each other that word? It's gotten so bad that other races of people are saying it freely about other people. So like Erica Mena, I remember she was talking about, I think it was Stevie J, and no, she's talking about Stevie J, and she was talking about DJ Envy, and she was like, you know, nigga this, nigga that, and it made my skin crawl. It made my fucking skin crawl. And the fact that blacks are not only saying it to each other, but then giving other races of people a pass to say it too. Now these people just using their basic vocabulary. I remember I was on Facebook, and somehow I stumbled upon this white girl's page, and I guess she's one of those white girls that's kind of rough around the edges. She kept saying, I'm tired of all these niggas inboxing me about sex, what happened to going on dates. Then there was a white guy underneath saying, you know, what's up, you know, I'm down for you, and all. It was just and like the white people in this Facebook page was calling each other nigga. They was calling each other nigga, not black people. They was calling each other the word nigga. How the fuck did this happen, everybody? How did this happen? And I'm so upset, because it's literally men on YouTube who come off so intelligent. They're even saying it. It's so many. It's like you're being, let me tell you something, everybody. Every time you hear a black person say that word as a term of endearment, and actually it's not used as a term of endearment, because when you say I'm sick of all these niggas, is that when you're cussing out another black person, you saying fuck you nigga, is that a term of endearment? You just called this other black person a derogatory name. Is that a term of endearment? So stop saying you're using it as a term of endearment, and stop saying you took the word back to take this power away. You didn't take nothing away. Now you did their job for them. Like, I don't want to call people stupid. What is wrong with you? I think a lot of this started with NWA. I mean, the whites started by calling blacks the N-word back in the day. But blacks, I think with NWA, their music kept saying the N-word over, and it's repetition. So you keep hearing something over and over again, you start saying it. So, for example, in the 1940s and 50s, was blacks calling each other, was black men or were people calling women bitches? Where did that word bitch come from? See, it came from somewhere, and it basically got repeated over and got carried down the line. So what's happening now, people refer to women as bitches, but it came from somewhere, and then they put it in the music. Like NWA, they kept saying bitches, hoes, and all that, and so now, and nigga, and so now, where did the word whore come from? See, so basically, when they want you to repeat a negative word and make it part of your vocabulary, a lot of times they put it in the music. And for blacks, since they want us to be degenerate and they want to fuck up our community, what they brilliantly did is had NWA, you know, get them a record deal and push their music out there that, you know, kept, I think Leonard Arnold, he did a documentary about that, showing how the N-word was used repetitively, and show how the word bitch was used repetitively. And he basically shed light on how how music can be used to destroy a community, which it was used to destroy the black community, and how they pumped up these black rappers, NWA, and And I think they was called niggas with attitude. See that right there. Why are you calling yourself they called their own self a nigga? Like I don't understand. So I need to see a white person come out with a word with crackers with attitudes, hunkies with attitudes, wetbacks with attitude. Like they're never gonna do that because spades with attitudes. They're never gonna do that because they're too. I'm sorry, they have too much self-love to do that shit. And that's what blacks are missing, self-love. How are you calling yourself a nigger? How are you calling the black? How did you take the word? Like the people who created that word and geared it towards blacks to belittle them. Like I said, they're smelling their grave right now, clapping, because we're the only race of people that will take a word that's against us and then now call each other that. Like I think Jews used to be called spics or something. I don't know, but I have not met one race of people that, only one I seen do that is white people might call each other white trash now and then, but that's as far as it goes. But they have not replaced certain vocabulary words with white trash. They don't, and they damn sure don't call each other crackers and hunkies. So blacks seem to be the only race that took a word that was meant to belittle them, and now they're calling themselves the word, to where the other races of people don't have to call them that anymore to make them feel like shit, because you're calling yourself the damn word. What is wrong? Like, literally, I can't even listen to some videos because these dudes, that's all they do is say the N-word over and over. I had one, it was one black guy, he was mad at some other black man, he was calling them niggas and he called them monkeys. And I mean, what is wrong with black people? Like, something is wrong with them. And consider I'm constantly hearing that word. I thought that I was immune to it by now. I thought that I hadn't absorbed it, but I did, everybody. So I started saying the word niglet. I was talking to my friend. I said, yeah, these little nigglets. I was talking about the little kids around here. That's bad. I said, yeah, these little nigglets around here. And I ended up catching myself. I said, hold on. I told my friend, I said, I'm sitting here putting down other black people, not putting them down, but, you know, calling other black people out and saying, you know, you should stop saying that word. And that's all they do is say that word. And I can't believe they're saying that word over and over and over. Why are they calling each other the damn word? Why are they saying it? Why is it part of their fucking vocabulary? And I turned right around and I made it part of mine by saying the word, these little nigglets. And so I caught myself, because one thing about life, everybody, is when you point the finger, as they say, when you point one finger, two fingers is coming towards you, or three is coming back to you. So whenever you see negative behavior in somebody else, especially a person that looks like you and grew up in the same environment, you probably are exhibiting that behavior too. Maybe to not that extreme, but you have exhibited before, or you might be exhibiting it a little bit. So the first thing you need to do is correct it in yourself. Once you correct it in yourself, then you can bring it to other people's attention as well, and then lead by example. Don't say that terminology and ask that person to not speak like that around you. If you don't use the N-word and a black person is saying, like, I remember some guy, I remember years ago, he was joking around with me or something. He was like, nigga, please. He said the N-word to me. I said, excuse me? And then he said something like that. He said, oh, I said, what? He was black and I'm black. So how you handle this N-word, you can talk about it and say why you're against it. Also, do not use it yourself. You lead by example. Don't use it. And when you're around somebody who uses it towards you, even one time, you say, excuse me, please don't say that word towards me. I do not like that word. That word is disgusting. And I do not associate people who use that word. Okay, so do not call me that again. And if the person says, "Oh, you're probably gonna be a man," and some women use it too, but a lot of men really use it. A lot of black men use it a lot. If he or she says, "Well, you know, I wasn't calling you a nigga. I was just saying, you know, in a sentence while we were talking," I said, "Well, you know, I don't like that word. Can you please refrain from saying that around me?" And if they say, "Well, I say whatever I want to," then I would just walk away and say, "Well, we're done conversating. I don't have anything to say to you," and you just walk away. And that way, by you doing that, you're setting a precedence that this word is unacceptable, and you're leading by example. You do not say that word, and you do not allow anybody around you to say that word. And what I would like to happen is people that use that word in their videos on YouTube, even once, it should be called down and say, you know, we're going to stop watching your videos if you keep using the N-word. That's what needs to happen. The two words that needs to be stricken from the black dictionary the word bitch and the word nigga. Then the first two. Then we need to attack the word nappy. We need to attack the word whore, thought, and we're gonna get to them later. But the first two, I think, is the most detriment, is that word bitch and that word nigga. Nigga is the worst one. Nigga is the first one that needs to be removed out of all the music, out of people's vocabulary. It needs to be taken from our vocabulary. It is not acceptable for us to use that word anymore, and we are not gonna allow other races to use that word either in our presence, period. Then the second word is bitch. Okay, so them the two words, but right now this video is about niggas. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I'm very upset about it. But like I said, I ended up saying that word niglet, and I had to catch myself, and so I realized that I had slipped into that slope too, and I'm correcting that, and that word is unacceptable. I don't know why we have just imagine white people saying, "What's up, cracker? What's going on, crack? I'm sick of all these crackers. These crackers ain't about nothing." Like, how would that sound? Like, that don't even sound right. So why are we doing it? Think about that.